Hello and welcome back to another episode of Blind Date. This is where I take a look at an indie game, newly released or in early development. Today we're looking at Noir Syndrome. This just came out for full release. It is available for $7 from Glass Knuckle, and it is available on Steam, of course. So basically what this is, it's a roguelike detective game. Something I've never actually heard of before, to be honest with you. I don't think there's anything quite like this out there. It's pixel art, noir, roguelike game. So basically the way this works is you are a detective on the case for a crime. Someone's going around killing people, and you have to investigate the city and track it down before you run out of time or get killed yourself. So we're gonna have to gather clues, gather evidence, and then put the finger on someone to accuse them of the crime and arrest them eventually. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna do the new game. I've played through the tutorial a little bit, so I understand how the game works, and I'll explain some things as we go here. So we'll go into a new game here. And when we start, we're gonna be in our apartment, and you wanna look around, things. You can actually use the mouse to click left and right, or you can rebind the keys however you want them to be. I use the A and D to get around here, because that seems to be easier for me. And then you can use Z to investigate things. And basically you just wanna keep snooping around until you find something of note. We'll find money and that kind of thing. That comes crucial when we need to buy things like lockpicks or bullets or food, for instance. There's a hunger meter in this game, so we feel normal right now, but we will get hungry over time. There is a time limit on the game. There's 14 days, and we have a number of bullets, amount of cash, and a lockpick. So this is our clue book. And as we go around the city gathering clues, they're going to show up here are clues, and we're also going to gather suspects. And then they're going to be divided on this next page. These clues are going to give us information about who the clue belonged to. And then over here, we're going to have the suspect and what they do for a living. So we can put these two things together and to say, hey, it belonged to someone who is a tailor, for instance. And we have him who is a tailor, and then we can put the two and two together there. It'll also tell us if they're male or female. It'll also tell us if they're like a mob affiliated or police affiliated, or if they're civilians. So that's kind of the crucial factors of this game. That's the long and short of it. It's the gist here. So let's leave the area and get to the city map here. So this is the city map, and the city map is always the same every single game. The clues and positions of clues will change, but basically the places you can find clues will be the same. So just for instance, we don't have a murder on our case just yet, so we don't really have anywhere we want to go specifically. So I think we should probably start at someplace with a lot of stuff to investigate. I think the market has a lot to investigate. Let's go there. The masses go here for the daily food and chatter. So we'll go here and take a look and see what we can see. So you walk around and talk to people. I don't want to exit the building accidentally. We'll want to investigate everything here. Shirley Thompson. You know who did it? Shirley Thompson. We all know by now. That's James Martin said that. And we can also buy some food from them if we do get hungry. We're going to investigate all the stalls here and see if there's anything worthwhile. Edward Jackson added the suspects. Joseph Davis says, you know who did it? Edward Jackson. We all know he did it. All right. And the odor was overwhelming. Sour of the bunch. So basically we found male fingerprints. So what that tells us that the suspect we're looking for is male. So any female suspects we can always ignore. Okay, so the old tower sounds fishy. Okay. So personal favorite. Martha Young added the suspect. So we do know Martha Young is not the culprit because we know it's going to be a male. Every clue you find, regardless of where you find it, it's going to belong to the killer. Is there anything else you guys have to say? What's the city coming to? You seem the last hope for the city. I am the last hope for the city, so you guys better cooperate with me. So the people in green are all civilians. The people wearing red are mob affiliated. And if you see blue people running around, those are police. So civilians, the ones with dollar signs above their head, they're not going to be a suspect. They don't actually have names. But the other people all have names, and we have to figure out who is who and what they're hiding. So let's look at our clue book here. And so as you see, I found male fingerprints, so we know that it belongs to a male. And then we have a couple of suspects we gathered. We got Martha, Shirley, and Edward. So right now, Edward's our only clue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. The one person said there's something fishy at the old tower. That's over here. There's something fishy at the old tower. And as you can see, a murder just popped up. I didn't catch what the name was, but basically the murderer is right here. These gray, these tan outlined little dot above it. That's where the murder is going to be. This one is where our information has led us to, these landmarks. Now this landmark, I know for a fact that it requires a lot of lockpicks to get through there. I don't think we have quite enough just yet. We have one lockpick. That'll get us a little ways in there, but not enough. Rose Clark has been murdered. Okay, so we can go investigate Rose Clark's murder. Basically, when we're at the bank, when you're at a murder scene, there won't be anybody else there to talk to, but you can investigate it still. And I happen to know that this is a good spot to investigate because we could crack the safe if we wanted to. We need 3 lockpicks to crack that safe, but we could actually get in there and steal all the money because there's no one here right now, and no one's gonna catch us. So we're gonna open that door with the lockpick and see if there's anything worthwhile in here. There's paperwork and $6. So that was not worth it because we lost a lockpick on that, and no clues or anything like that. So we're back at square one for the most part. Let's head out of here. We don't have enough lockpicks to crack the safe, unfortunately. So 11 days left. Every single jump we take is gonna be 1 day of the investigation. The police are here. They're trying to, lock down this area for some reason. It's an affluent area. We can check that out. The city hotel. Sure, let's check it out. There's a police investigation going on right now, but we haven't committed any crimes yet, so we're safe to go talk to the police right now. Might as well do that. So let's see if there's anybody with clues here. Elizabeth Young has been added to the suspects. I always thought Elizabeth Young was a shady character, but we know for a fact she didn't do it because we found male fingerprints. City Hall sounds fishy. Okay, so maybe we'll take a look at City Hall after we're done here. This guy is selling mixed drinks. How is our hunger doing? We feel hungry. So maybe for $10, how much money do we have? We have 22 in cash. We might want to hold off. Maybe we'll buy a mixed drink here in a second. James Davis is added to the suspect list. He's a history of trouble. Okay, so James Davis will be another clue we investigate. He's selling a cheese platter for 23. We don't have enough money for that quite yet. And this guy's selling white wine for $12. There's not a lot to investigate here, fortunately. Somebody just has to stop this killer. That's what I'm trying to do. Lois Johnson. Okay, suspects. Have you heard speaking to Lois Johnson yet? All right, so I'll take a look at Lois Johnson as well, but we know she's not a killer because she's female, and we know the killer's male at this point. So far the suspects we're gathering are not leading us any direction that we can use. We need to find males. We need to find them. One is likely a driver because we found this. The clue we found belonged to a driver. No, it didn't. What was it saying? That's right. We found Edward Jackson as a driver. That's why. James and Edward are only 2 males we have on our list so far. So poets, I don't know where poets will be found, but drivers will be able to find at the mechanic shop, I believe. Now this requires a lockpick to open this. I think we have 1 left. Oh, we have 0 lockpicks left, so we can't get through either of these doors just here. Let's take a look back down here for a second. Oh, I don't know if I investigated everything here. Let's make sure we hit what we can. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get much else out of here because we don't have any lockpicks for the moment. So this would be a good place to investigate with some lockpicks, but we don't have any for the moment. So we might not be able to do well in this investigation. We might just have to accuse someone without really knowing. We are getting hungry, so I'm gonna buy this food for, it was like, what, $6 for a bottle of beer or whatever this guy was selling? Let's make sure we get everything down here before we carry on. And talk to this guy. All right, purchased a mixed drink, so we feel hungry now. And nothing at the reception desk. Man, that was kind of a bust. We didn't find any clues there. We still only have male fingerprints to go off of. But we have a 50-50 chance right now as far as the suspects we have. So someone was directing us to City Hall. I think that's not a bad idea to check that out. We'll take a look and see what they're saying. Something's fishy around here. All right, let's take a look at City Hall and see what they say. All right, so let's see what she says. She's pointing us to the market. That's Margaret Martin. And Margaret Martin's pointing us towards the market. Is that right? Henry Clark's added, so we got another male to our suspect list. That's good, so we have more suspects to accuse. Doesn't help narrow it down at all yet, though. Rumor has it Henry Clark's been up to something shady. Okay, Henry Clark's already on our radar, I think. That's why it didn't pop for us. $10 found. That's awesome. And everyone's counting on me. You have anything else to say? All right, so they're all saying the same things. Dress shoe. Okay, so let's take a look at the dress shoes. It belongs to a civilian or a mobster, so that narrows it down. If we look at our culprit list, we'll have James is a mobster and Henry is a police. So right now Henry is off the hook, but we're between Edward and James right now because we know that it belongs to a civilian or a mobster. So that's all the suspects we have at the moment. So we're down to 2 guys out of our 5. We haven't, I say 5, but we actually have what? We have 8 here, 10 here. So we got a 50-50 chance out of our 10, but we might not even have found the right suspect yet. We have to keep talking to people and gather suspects so we can make sure we accuse the right person here. Okay, so let's keep investigating this area here. Census records. Log of city known issues. No, let's talk to this guy here quick. Where are you going? Come back here. Everyone seems to be scared to leave their homes nowadays. A fear seems to be gripping the population. Yeah, I would imagine it would be pretty scary being out here in the rough city with someone murdering random people. Let's take a look here. Oh, we found $5 on that sign. Did I check the signs upstairs? Let's take one more look at this upstairs here. You want to make sure you fully investigate every single spot because you do have a limited number of jumps. You can't just look for things all day necessarily. You have to be aware of where everything is and make sure you've hit everything you can. Luckily, the spots you can look for things don't change between, playthroughs. Oh, Joseph Davis has been murdered. Okay, so we got another crime scene to investigate, and it is, okay, so the market is fishy, and the crime scene is at a nightclub. The nightclub we can actually visit. We will find clues there, but no suspects. I think it might be good to find some more clues. So let's head to that area. The nightclub. So how many days do we have left? We have 9 days remaining, 2 bullets, 0 lockpicks, $27 in cash. But now that everyone's cleared out of here, we can actually just take whatever we want out of here. A bottle of rum. Let's see, business card found. Okay, so let's take a look and see what this stuff leads us to. Business card is civilian or mobster. Dress shoes, civilian or mobster. A bottle of rum is poet or chef. Okay, so interesting. And then we have a chef, Martha Young. That's not going to do us any good. We have James Davis as a poet. Okay, so James Davis might be our guy. We have a poet, and he belongs to a poet or chef. So right now, James Davis is our front runner. If we don't have any other clues, we're going after James Davis. But we'll wait until we're at the end of our investigation before we go for that. Okay, so do we have a lockpick yet? Oh, we don't have a lockpick. But there's so much we can't investigate here because of that. Oh my god. Okay. Well, at least we got a good clue here. That rum was a great clue because now we know that it belongs to a poet or chef, and we have no other chefs on our radar that are male. We just have a poet that's male, and so now we've got our first real lead here. Edward Jackson has been murdered. He was on our list, wasn't he? Yeah, Edward Jackson was one of our guys on our list. He was actually a prime suspect. Not anymore, actually. He just got killed, so he's no longer a suspect. Funny about that. But he was a driver, and we didn't really have anything pointing to him just yet. I think it really is going to be this James Davis character. So Edward Jackson has been murdered. We could go to the old watchtower again. Looks like this is a bad spot to be in. I think there was a murder there earlier. Public gathering here. Let's go talk to the public gathering. Maybe we can gather some more suspects, because there is still unknowns out there. We have 3 suspects we don't know about yet. Detective, I would know so much. Oh, so she's on our list. So that's why she's being defensive. The old fort sounds fishy. Okay, so we can investigate the old fort. You feel starved. Did we find anything there? No, we didn't find anything there. We're back at the bank, but there are new clues. Every time you go back to a building, there are new clues you can find. We don't have any lockpicks still. Damn it, we can't get this guy's information, and we can't investigate these desks. So every time you go back to, even though we've been to the bank already here, we can find new stuff here still. So that's why we came back here still. All right, we don't have a lockpick though to get that. So we could head over here and buy a lockpick. How much money do we have? 38 in cash. I think it might be good to buy some lockpicks. So let's head to the mob fortress here. This is the nondescript warehouse. Rumor has the mob runs this place. And this is gonna let us buy certain goods that are illicit, for instance. We can also pay for information about the criminal. All right, so this is nothing going on here. Let's talk to her. Come back when you have evidence. Okay, she's one of the accused. Oh, James Martin. I fear for my life when Henry Clark walks the street. Okay, so costume shop sounds fishy. George Martin says the culprit has been seen at the costume shop. Okay, so we could go there. I don't know if I've been there before in my playthroughs here. Illegal weaponry. Okay, so this guy is selling 3-pack of bullets for 15, or he's selling 1 lockpick for 12. So let's buy 2 lockpicks, and we should have 2 now. We need 1 more, I think. Get out of the way. I'm trying to buy a lockpick here. Okay, so now we got 2 lockpicks. We should be able to get a lot of access to things. We are feeling starved, though. We do need to spend some money and get some food. So I think we should probably head to the diner next. If there's no other clues we can go to. We do have a little bit of time left in our investigation. We have 7 days. We could go to the public market. Let's see. The costume shop's not going to have food there. The speakeasy is in control of the mob right now. Let's go to the diner here. Let's investigate this. I know they'll sell food there for sure. So we'll talk to the people there. And let's see if we can find any clues here. First of all, heavy keyring and ham and cheese plate. Okay, so let's buy a ham and cheese plate. You feel hungry now? That's better than starving, I suppose. All right, so let's see what a heavy keyring does for us. That's either police or mobster. And we know James Davis is on the mobster affiliation. So not Henry Clark for sure. Everything's pointing to James Davis at this point. So we'll keep an eye on him. But we have a few more days in our investigation yet. We don't have to accuse anybody just yet. I think we score more points, obviously, if we accuse them sooner, if we figure out the case faster, and less people will die if we accuse them quicker. So there is a police investigation at the costume shop. That's when they said that the next fishiness was going to be at. Let's go take a look at that. Now the police zone is there, so let's go take a look at that. All right, so their police are here, and we'll take a look at the costume shop. He's selling costume scrap bag for 20 bucks. We don't want that. Now this costume scrap bags, what that's talking about, you can actually buy different costumes for your guy here, so he can look differently. He's talking about James Martin. Let's see what James Martin is. James Martin is a tailor. He is a civilian, so he's not a suspect, actually. We'll be okay there. Let's crack this open. We broke 2 lockpicks. Oh, that was so expensive. Better be worth it. Speakeasy sounds fishy. Well, we already know we can't get much access there. A silver ring. Okay, what's the silver ring gonna do for us? A civilian or mobster. So again, pointing to the mobsters. And no one else has given up anything else. Looks like no one else is snitching on anybody else here. All right, so I think we found everything here. Now we could investigate this safe, but these, when we investigate it, it will, yeah, we're gonna turn to a criminal. As you can see, it popped up a little criminal above there. We could steal that. Probably not a good idea when we're surrounded by cops though. So we're not gonna steal that at all. The cops will shoot us on sight if we try to do that. And you know, we only have 2 bullets and there's 3 cops there. So Thomas Walker has been murdered. Okay, so was he on our list as no, he was not. But it might have been. Okay, so if we go to the diner, it's just gonna be empty. If we go here, something sounds fishy here. Now we don't have enough lockpicks to actually get into the back room, I think, of the speakeasy. We'll take a look here. We'll see what happens. All right, so let's see if there's anything worthwhile here. James Davis, this is our guy. We'll be back for you later, buddy. I have a feeling. We set him as the culprit right now. We could bust him. We did find him right now. Maybe that'd be a good idea. All of our investigation is pointing to him pretty heavily right now. So we might want to just accuse him. Oh, we're getting really hungry too. Let's talk to this old tower sounds fishy. Selling a bullet for $4. Let's see if there's any other clues here. Mob ID. Lois Johnson gives me the creeps. Yep, me too. Untitled. Painting looks familiar. 15 bucks. Oh, nice. And Paul Davis. What's the city come to? Okay, so if we steal this money out of here, these guys are gonna go nuts as well. So we can't get access to that quite yet. There's a little dog here. Buttons. Buttons the dog. All right, so we're very, very hungry at this point. We feel hungry. Oh, this is gambling? Is that what it's showing me here? Game of rolling dice. 8 or above wins, 20 to play. How much money do we have? 26. Let's roll the dice. Oh, we won 40 bucks. 6 and a 2. Nice. Should we play again? Double or nothing? Let's go again. Let's go again. We're addicted. Bad luck. Oh, well. That's all right. You win, easy come, easy go is what they say, right? Lockpick found. Awesome. So we got a lockpick. We feel starved now. Is this guy selling a bottle of beer or something? Oh, we got a cannoli. Perfect. We bought a cannoli for a few bucks here. We have 36 remaining. All right, James Davis. Everyone around knows me. They can vouch for my innocence. Yeah, everyone knows you here, but that doesn't mean you're not a creep. Let's see. How many days do we have left for our investigation? 4 days left. Let's jump back out of here. And let's see if there's another murder or anything like that. We can go investigate the watchtower. Or City Hall. I think we'll go to the watchtower. We haven't been there before. We do need some lockpicks for this area, though. How's it going, buddy? Oh, come back, talk to me. James Martin is one of our suspects. We're not accusing you, buddy. All right, we open one door here. Bullet casing. That's gonna point to the mob, I believe. Bullet casing is mobsters. Everything we have is pointing towards mobster. So not police, not civilian, definitely a mobster. But the problem is we don't have all the suspects yet. Old Fort sounds fishy. Okay, we're not gonna go there for right now. And we got another locked door here we can't get through. This guy's selling something up here. Pencil. What is this pencil for? Artist or poet? And James Davis is a poet. I think everything's pointing his direction. Maybe we should make the accusation. I think it's time. I think we have enough of evidence that I'm comfortable making this accusation here. We'll see what happens. I could be wrong, but I don't think we will be. So let's go accuse him. We are starved right now. Get out of the way, man. I want to get downstairs, please. All right, we're gonna go accuse James Davis. Let's open up our book here, and we'll set him as our target. James Davis, we're coming for you. All right, time to make the arrest. All right, let's do it. Let's bring him down. That way we don't have to eat anything. Mildred Hill, oh, he's struck again. Before we could take him out, he's struck again. Okay, so The culprit was spotted at City Hall, or the City Hotel. We're going to take him in. Okay, let's bring him in. All right, here he is. My lawyer will handle any accusations you have. All right, let's do it. You are under arrest. James Davis, let's see. Days remaining 2, best 2. People killed 8, total 28. Cash held 43, cash spent 73, bullets fired 0. And the culprit was James Davis. Case closed. The suspect was arrested successfully. The law will take it from here. Okay, so we did great investigation work there. But every single game is different. Like I said, this is a roguelike. It's procedurally generated. Cases can be more difficult. They can be harder. It's a very interesting game. It's only like $7 right now. So check it out. Look it on Steam. If you do find this interesting, let me know. If you do want to see me continue the series, let me know too. I can do more episodes of this. I have no problem doing that. It is a lot of fun to play. Anyways, thank you for joining me for another episode of Blind Date. I will be back for more very, very soon. If you have a game that you'd like me to play, if you're a developer, let me know. I will take a look at it for you. Or if you have a suggestion, if you're just a viewer and you have a game that you'd like me to check out, let me know and I'll research into taking a look at it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back for more later. Have a good night.